And a good afternoon. We welcome you to the Tiger Softball Complex and Campbell Field, where Phil Casper and Sean McDonald are on hand and ready to go with Tiger baseball. Here, the Lady Tiger softball team getting set to face Abilene. Clay Center Lady Tigers coming off a doubleheader sweep last night. They won 3-0 in Game 1. Flip. Clara Edwards had 16 strikeouts in that first game and pitched a no-hitter. Second game, they fell behind 8-1 and still came back to win it and stay undefeated. So both these teams on a real roll. It is fun to see what's happening with Tiger baseball and with Lady Tiger softball.
Well, Lady Tiger softball was impressive last night. I mean, when you can come back in Game 2 the way they did, you know what Clara Edwards is going to bring to the mound. You know, you say no-hitter, struck out 16, we all kind of shrug our shoulders like, okay, tell us something she hasn't done. But I think that Game 2 comeback was extremely impressive. That's they played a hot team last night, and to be able to come back like that late in the game says a lot about their team.
Without a doubt, of course, the Tiger baseball team, 7-1 on the season, taking on a winless Abilene Cowboys team. But Flip, I know as we talked with Sean and the three of us getting ready for the ball game here, this is a team that's playing better and better, and that's kind of how the season's supposed to go. So never take anything lightly when it's Clay Center Abilene.
Well, I think Sean said it best. He said that it's NCKL, and you just never know what you're going to get. And, Sean, you had mentioned that Abilene played an undefeated Marysville team within 2 runs on each game.
Yeah, that Marysville is extremely tough this year, and I figured I'd pull up the score after it was over, but it's NCKL, and sure enough, 2-run ball games both games, and so Abilene's definitely playing better than they were earlier in the year.
Well, Clay Center Abilene, Rocky, say no more.
Yeah, without in any sport, whether it's an official sport sanctioned or just some guys getting together and trying to compete, they are always going to go at it very, very hard. Where are you at time-wise? I know we were kind of close to being on the same timeline. Looked like you guys might be close to first pitch.
We are just getting ready to hear the national anthem, Rocky.
Very good. Well, let's get a timeout. We're getting our infield finished up here at the softball complex. Lady Tiger softball, Tiger baseball will continue here on KCLY.
Is this the year you want to buckle down and save more money? With tax refunds coming soon, there's no better time to kickstart your savings. Hi, this is Lenita at Citizens National Bank. Investing your income tax refund in one of our money market accounts means higher earnings for you. Our money market account allows monthly withdrawals, giving you access to your funds when you need it. Plus, we've recently increased our rates. Start saving and earning more on your tax refund at the Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
Clay Center Family Physicians have 10 highly trained and board-certified medical providers. From pregnancy through every stage of life, we are committed to serving you and your family's needs. With convenient locations in Clay Center, Clyde, and Lynn, you and your loved ones will receive quality health care services locally. New patients are being accepted in our Clay Center, Clyde, and Lynn clinics. Call for an appointment at 632-2181. Clay Center Family Physicians, our family, caring for yours.
Many seed companies claim to offer the latest genetics, but how many have tested those genetics in soils just like yours? The Oldie Seed Know to Grow Research Program has fully tested the latest seed genetics in soils that are right in your neighborhood. The Oldie Seed Know to Grow program can recommend the best performing hybrids from technologies like Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link that will optimize the yield and profit of every acre on your farm. Contact Oldie Seed today.
With the new cashback account at Union State Bank, you can put a little extra money back in your pocket. I'm John Bensley, and our account offers free checking, unlimited ATM withdrawal, fee refunds, and 4% cash back on debit card purchases up to $200 in total purchases. That's up to $8 cash back per monthly qualifying cycle. It's a no-brainer. Open your account today at Union State Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with Sean McDonald, studio engineers Bernie Fansella, Rocky Downing at the Tiger Softball Complex. They are in the anthem there. Here, starting lineups getting set as Clay Center will take the field. For Abilene, it'll be Cope in center field, Meeks in left field. Taplin will be playing shortstop. Keener will be catching, Hawker pitching, Ambrosier at first base, and then Sanchez will DH. Loader will be playing third base, Wyckoff at second, and Becker in right field. For the Clay Center Tigers, Jake Ferguson will lead things off. He's playing right field tonight, batting .474 on the season. Dylan Swihart in center field, batting .400. Dylan Moon will play third base. Moon bats .316. Logan McDonald at first, batting .318 this year. Keegan McDonald at short. He is batting .500 this year. 13 runs scored, 10 RBIs, 10 hits for Keegan. Brownell will be playing second base. Keegan Brownell is batting .421. Will Rosenau on the mound for the Tigers. Eli Schnee catching, and Brady Glaves will be playing in left field. For Will, 17 innings pitched. Sean, he's faced 70 batters. He has struck out 39 of those 70 batters.
Yeah, striking people out is a big part of his game, and, what's even better is he gets to relax and just throw, because he's got a really solid defense around him, too.
Well, and here's what's even better. Clay Center comes into the game, team batting average .353, on-base percentage at .519. They've had 61 hits, 15 doubles, 2 home runs. Opponents' batting average against Clay Center, Sean, .176. They've allowed 23 hits through 8 games.
And that spells 7-1.
That's exactly right. That spells 7-1. Again, appreciate Steve Squires coming up with all those stats as we bring you this Clay Center home baseball and softball battle. It'll be Clay Center and Abilene. And I know, Rocky, they were getting ready for the anthem up there when we came back, so assuming you're probably getting a little close up there as well.
Well, actually, they just gave the lineups, and they are going to do the anthem as we speak right now, so we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Rock, thanks.
We also have our fundraiser this evening.
Thank you. There is a fundraiser going on out here for Tiger Baseball, and I believe they're serving right underneath us. I think you can get hot dog, hamburger, chips, drink, the whole thing, and proceeds will go to Tiger Baseball. So come out. It's a great night, about 80 degrees. What wind there is, Sean, you can look at that flag out there. It is blowing straight out.
I would say we're going to see a few balls go a long ways tonight, probably.
Rocky, we'll check back in with you when we get a chance. We are getting set to go underway here. Cope batting for Abilene, the center fielder. Here comes Will Rosenau's first pitch of the day. Fires in there. That is fouled back. Pretty good cut by Cope. A lot of times you'll see leadoff hitters come in there and they'll watch and play around a little bit. Not Cope. Nope. He's taking that first one. Of course, these guys know Will pretty well.
Yeah, you're going to have to swing the bat because he's going to throw strikes.
0-1 pitch from Rosenau now. There is one goes up high, check swing, but Cope able to hold off.
Well, he's got him leaning out over the plate a little bit already. If he bust him back inside and get a right there.
1-1 pitch, strike two. Boy, you called that, Sean. That inside pitch got him. So now a 1-2 count to Cope. I want to keep Will's pitch count down as much as possible. That's the hope anyway.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch from Rosenau is going to catch that outside corner. What a call by that home plate umpire. Just caught that outside corner, and he came inside and then went right back on the outside corner for strikeout number 1.
Well, he got him thinking that, hey, I've got to get around on this if he's on the inner half with that inside pitch, and then the next one outside, he wasn't up on his toes to hit that out there.
So 1 out, Meeks. Now the left fielder steps in. One goes high over the head of Eli Schnee.
You got to show him you got that once in a while.
Looks like Will might have just lost that one a little bit, came in with some heat and just got away from him. Meeks stands back in. Will quickly. He didn't waste a lot of time out there on the mound, misses outside. And again, if Will has a weakness, this is it. Yes, he is his own worst enemy.
Yep.
There is no bigger critic of Will Rosenau than Will Rosenau.
That's fact.
And now he is behind 3-0 in the count.
But, he kind of goes in and out of it pretty quick. He understands what he's got going on, and he'll dial back in here on the next guy.
So he loses Meeks to a walk. That's going to bring up Taplin, the shortstop. So now runner on, 1 out. It's in the top of the first hill here. Not much of a lead off first base, and misses high from Rosenau.
And it's just having a little trouble finishing. Everything's up a little bit right now. When he finishes through the ball, he'll get the ball down and back in the zone.
So you got to assume Taplin will be waiting here as Rosenau fires in there, and he's not. There's a strike that Will's been looking for. So 1-1 count now to Taplin. Rosenau looks over at first. Not much of a lead by Meeks. Fires in there, strike two. Two good pitches from Will.
Yeah, as hard as Will throws, you're going to have a bigger lead off first than that if you want to steal second, because Shay's got a pretty good arm. He'll keep that guy at bay.
He comes out of there pretty quick. 1-2 count now to Taplin. Rosenau fires in there, strike three, and Schnee's going to go down to first. Nice play by Logan McDonald to keep that in, as that was a little bit high from Schnee, but again, Eli comes out of there pretty quick. So nice job by Will of coming back, and that's the thing that I wanted to point out on Will Rosenau, the difference between last year and this year. He's able to talk himself back into the game pretty quick.
Yeah, last year it was a visit from coach.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, now he's able to kind of coach himself back in it a little bit.
So now Keener, the catcher for Abilene, steps in, strike one. And now Will Rosenau has got his rhythm back. 4 straight balls to Meeks, and all of a sudden Will found it again. Strike one pitch. That is a great curve ball that catches Keener flat-footed, strike two. So 0-2 now, 2 down, 1 runner on first.
He throws that first pitch, and he was so far behind, you knew he was gearing up to try to catch up, and then, oh, here's a curveball.
0-2 pitch, fouled back. Nice heater by Will Rosenau, and good job by Keener to stay alive.
If he can get one down in the strike zone a little bit, I think Mr. Keener will be, hard-pressed to put it in play even. Just he's been up with all 3 pitches, so if he can get this one down, that'll help.
Rosenau shook the first one off from Schnee, comes in. There's one foul back again, and it'll stay 0-2. In Meeks, he has really no intention of testing Schnee.
No.
Or testing the pickoff move of Will Rosenau. Now, with 2 outs and an 0-2 count, unlikely that Will would get over there. He's still not taking much of a lead. 0-2 pitch. There's a curveball. Hard grounder. Keegan McDonald comes up with it as short over to his brother at first, and that is out number 3. Nice play. 6-3 for out number 3. So first inning puts 1 runner on, 1 left stranded, middle of the first. And Clay Center is coming up to bat. It will be Jake Ferguson, Dylan Swihart, and Dylan Moon. Let's send you up to the high school and the Tiger Softball Complex with Rocky Downing.
You bet, Flip. Good inning for the Tiger baseball team. Lady Tigers went very quickly in their defensive first half of the frame. They were able to shut down Abilene 1-2-3, ground out to third twice to Gracie Fief, and a pop out to Haley Franson at shortstop. So 3 up, 3 down. The Lady Tigers coming to the plate here in their half of the first. It will be Janae Shivers who leads it off. She plays center field, followed by Jaden Crimmins, the right fielder. Pitcher is Clara Edwards. She will bat third. Aaron Hamill at second base is the cleanup hitter. Haley Franson at shortstop bats in the 5-hole. Gracie Fief, the third baseman, bats behind her. Then the final 7, 8, 9 hitters, Lexi Leiby at first base, J.C. Shirley in left field, and Kylie Rosenau is the catcher. So we'll give you a look at the Lady Tigers offensively as they take the plate for the first time. The 3 up, 3 down defensive start to the ball game. Janae Shivers leads it off, batting .308. The leadoff hitter has a on-base percentage of .375. Jaden Crimmins bats behind her. Clara Edwards, and if someone reaches, Aaron Hamill. The Lady Tiger senior center fielder, Janae Shivers, stands in and takes the ball up high and inside. Brenna Aid, the pitcher for Abilene. Jade Vopat behind the dish. Macy Debenham at third. Emily Bird at first. The shortstop is Emma Wildman. Turner Alderson, the second baseman. And here is a pitch up and away. It's 2-0 now for Shivers, up in the count early. The outfield for Abilene looks like this from left to right. Autumn Fitzgerald, Riley Volkman, and Kaylee Taylor. The 2-0 pitch. Shivers takes it across for a strike. It was up in the zone, but across for a strike, 2-1. And if you hear me delay when there's a strike called, I was watching that first half of the frame. Home plate umpire will take a look, pause, and then either put the fist up in the air or not. All fouled up and away and outside the backstop, and a nice play by Sean Leiby, who was standing back behind, caught it one-handed, threw it back into play. So Lady Tigers at the plate for the first time, no score, 2-2 count on Shivers. Ground ball, hard hit left side through the infield and out to left field for a single for Janae Shivers. The Lady Tigers have something working. The leadoff hitter is aboard in Shivers, followed by Jaden Crimmins, the right fielder. We'll often see her sacrifice bunt the softball to move the runners into scoring position with Clara Edwards and Eric Hamill waiting behind. We'll see if they run Shivers or put something in motion at the plate for Coach Don Richter and Coach Nicole Edwards. 8 is the pitcher inside the circle. The pitch in. Crimmins does square to bunt, pops it up in the air. It's going to be caught. Throw to first, and they are going to not get Shivers at first as Janae diving back in, and the umpire in the field calling it safe. It was a bang call at first. Crimmins popped that bunt up, and it was caught. The third baseman made a good throw to first, but Shivers able to dive back in. Now the first base coach, or the dugout coach, I should say, for Abilene wanting to come out and question the home plate umpire to see if they would give some assistance. It was a tight play at first base, and the home plate umpire is going to back up his field umpire and say that Janae Shivers got back in there safely. So 1 out on the pop out on the bunt try by Crimmins, and that'll bring up Clara Edwards with Janae Shivers at first. The pitch in, cross for a strike on the inside corner, right at the knees, and it's 0-1. Hamill on deck. If someone can extend the inning, Haley Franson would wait. 1 down, a runner at first for the Lady Tigers. They're half of the first inning. Change up is going to drop low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike as Edwards laid off of it. Again, Tiger baseball heading to the bottom of the first after allowing 1 runner, but stranding that runner at first, so scoreless through that first half inning. Pitch to Edwards. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman has it. Will tag the runner, throw to first, and they get the double play turned. So both teams go 1, 2, 3 in different fashions. Lady Tigers do get a single from Janae Shivers. She is going to be stranded on the base paths. And after 1 complete, no score here. Let's head back to Campbell Field.
All right, Rock, thanks. Phil Casper along with Sean McDonald. First batter at Fort Clay Center, Jake Ferguson, struck out looking, and big strike zone by this umpire. He's very consistent, loves that outside and inside corner.
Yeah, you're going to have to bring the stick up there and use it today.
So now Swihart will foul one over into that's a shot into the Abilene dugout, and I think most of the team hit the deck, and
everybody's in the game.
Everybody's in the game. So the count to Swihart is 1-2. 1 out. Jake Ferguson led things off. Swihart now 1-2, and he's swinging now, and they've got that, I think, that strike zone down. And it always takes a few batters to get that down, but once you realize that he's going to make that call, you got to go.
Well, so far, just a little bit we've seen of him, this pitcher's moving it in, moving it out, up and down.
He's pretty good.
He's doing a pretty good job.
Doesn't throw a lot of heat, but what he throws is pretty flat. 1-2 pitch. Swihart watches one. That's a tough one. But again, he's going to make that call. He's going to make that outside corner. So, Will Rosenau is going to start using it. Now we've seen the Abilene pitcher start using it. Hocker is loving that corner of the plate.
Well, you get 2 strikes on you. You can't leave it in the hands of the umpire.
Absolutely
you
can't.
got to leave that to yourself.
So Dylan Moon will stand in, and there's another one. He's all of a sudden Hocker has figured it out.
Yeah, he's on the black right now. He's on the outside black and on the inside black. He's throwing really, really well. Very accurate.
Moon will step in a little bit. 0-1 now to Dylan Moon, and he tried to go way outside that time, and you know where he's going. Moon playing third base today. Dylan batting .316 on the season. 2 down. Hocker struck out the first 2 Clay Center batters. Pitch to Moon. That catches that outside corner again. So count will go 1-2.
Yeah, you see it on the outer half, and you can get to it with a bat, you better be hitting.
You're going to have to, because he's going to call that a strike. 1-2 now to Moon. He watches one go. And Hocker is just playing that outside corner. That is the only place he's going to throw right now.
Well, he's going to bust somebody back inside here.
He will.
Like he did Jake with his strikeout.
2-2 now to Dylan Moon. Misses outside. Count will go full. And ever since that first strikeout with Ferguson, Hocker has thrown nothing but outside.
Yep.
3-2 count now. 2 down. Pitch on the way, misses in, and that's going to put Moon on first. So that may reel Hocker back in a little bit as Logan McDonald now steps in, batting .318. 10 RBIs on the season for McDonald. Again, 8 games for the Tigers this year. They put up 80 runs through those 8 games.
Well, with the pitching they've got, they're going to win a lot of ball games with that. You score more than 4 or 5 runs with our pitching, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
McDonald comes in at the opposite side of the plate, so Hocker misses way inside, gets by the catcher, and Moon makes it easily down to second. So 1-0 to Logan McDonald. Pitch in, there's strike one. That one right down the gut.
Logan typically won't hit the first strike he sees. He's usually got to see one before he starts cutting on it.
1-1 now to McDonald. Goes low. Ball 2. Moon holds on second.
Nice block by the catcher to keep that in front of him.
Yeah, great play. So count will go 2-1 to McDonald playing first base today. Moon decently not being held on. There's one down the gut. Strike 2 is Logan takes a cut. Probably like to have that one back.
It's a little ahead of that.
2-2 now. 3 up, 3 down for Tiger softball. There's one hit right at the shortstop of Abilene. 4, out number 3. So Clay Center strands 1. Logan McDonald flies out to the shortstop. 4 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Headed to the second. We'll take a break. Bring you back after this.
A full-time custom applicator position is available at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Clay Center. There are many facets to this job, including handling of packaged chemicals, operating spray equipment, as well as computers on equipment, mixing of pesticides and fertilizers, maintaining records, assisting the mechanic, and daily inspection of vehicles, just to name a few. If you're looking for good work that offers insurance and benefits, apply in person at Nutrient Ag Solutions on the west side of Clay Center on Highway 24.
Back at Campbell Field, Rocky, we're in between innings. Let's take it up to you and Tiger softball.
All right, sounds good. Here the Lady Tigers have retired 6 straight. Clara Edwards getting her 61st strikeout of the season to start the second inning, and then a ground out to Gracie Fief at third base and a pop out to Haley Franson at short, and Aaron Hamill leads it off here in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Hamill, Haley Franson, Gracie Fief, and Lexi Libby waiting in the hole if they could get something going. Hamill has a 2-0 count after taking the first 2 pitches outside the zone. That second pitch down in the dirt. Brenna Aid is the pitcher for the Abilene Cowgirls. Hamill in on the right side. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2 balls and a strike for the senior for the Lady Tigers. Gorgeous day for middle school track going on. I know Clay Center Tiger golf was in Abilene today. Tiger tennis in Abilene. Here the Lady Tigers and Tiger baseball teams hosting the Abilene Cowgirls and Cowboys. And Hamill takes a strike at the knees. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Aaron Hamill digs back in on that right side. Here's the pitch in. And a foul tip. Staying alive is Hamill. And the count stays at 2-2. Hamill batting .333 on the year. Aaron also with 11 ribbies, which leads this Lady Tiger team. There's a shot to left field. Hard hit, but foul. It will end up in the bullpen area. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're headed to the bottom of the second, also at Campbell Field with no score in that Clay Center Abilene baseball matchup. Here, the Lady Tigers scoreless in their half of the second. Strike 3 called. Hamill thought it was well inside, laid off of it, and takes called strike 3. So that'll put Haley Franson at the plate with 1 away and nobody aboard here in the bottom of 2. Third baseman Gracie Fief waits in the on-deck circle. Haley Franson, .346. She hits on the season, a .414 on-base percentage. She scored 7 runs this year, one of the top Lady Tigers to come across the plate. 4 ribbies, a couple of triples, 2 doubles. Stands in on that right side, takes ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball, third base side, but foul. And the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind blowing in, maybe more from left toward first base. Certainly a pitcher's wind here at the softball complex. And the temperatures for the first time this year really feel like baseball and softball. There's an off-speed pitch that Franson lays off of. The count goes 2 balls and a strike. Hitter's pitch for Haley Franson as she stands in on the right side, really up in the box, crowding that front white line of the batter's box. There's a fly ball, line drive left field, but right at the left fielder, Autumn Fitzgerald's, and there's 2 away. So a hard hit ball, but up into that wind, held up a little bit, and Fitzgerald's easily able to get over to it. 2 down, that's Gracie Thief now stepping in. Thief, the third baseman, has already had 3 ground balls hit her way by Abilene. She's handled all 3 very cleanly. Now at the plate for the first time. And takes a strike in 0-1. Thief, and if she can extend the inning, it will be Lexi Libby waiting on deck. An 0-1 counts to Gracie. There's a foul ball left side, 0-2. Out in front of the pitch from Brenna Aid. Jade Vopat is the catcher for Abilene. At first base is Emily Burtz and Turner Alderson at second. Emma Wildman, the shortstop. Macy Debenham is at third. Here's the pitch in. Ground ball, hard hit, left side, but again foul off the bat of Gracie Thief. Abilene comes in 4 wins, 6 losses. The Lady Tigers, with that come-from-behind Game 2 win at Southeast Saline last night, sits at 8-0 on the year right now. Here's the 0-2. Thief right back up the middle, but at the pitcher, she bobbles it, now picks it up, fires to first, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for both teams through the first 2 frames. We've completed 2. Tiger softball tied 0-0. Let's head back over to Tiger baseball at Campbell Field.
All right, Rock, 2-2 pitch now, 2 loader with 2 down, and there is a called strike 3. So, Rocky, let me tell you about this inning. It was the first batter, Hawker, was walked, and then a strikeout by Sanchez, and a beautiful pickoff. Eli Schnee to Logan McDonald gets the base runner off, and now a strikeout to Loader to end the inning as we head to the bottom of the second. That's 2 innings, 4 strikeouts for Will Rosenau. Let's take a timeout, bring you back after these.
Everyone wants to be confident, and when you're covered by life insurance, you can be, because you know those who matter most in the world are protected. The Farm Bureau team in Clay Center can help make sure you have the coverage you need so you can live your life with confidence. So whether that means wearing your favorite socks with sandals or sporting that classic bow tie, you can rock it because you know you're prepared for the future. If you don't have life insurance in place, call Farm Bureau agent Justin Tadman or Michael Hodges at 632-2585. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Lady Tiger softball, Tiger baseball again on a Tuesday afternoon from Tiger softball complex. The Lady Tigers have gone through 2 innings, and there's been 1 base runner. The Lady Tigers had a leadoff single by Janae Shivers, but the Lady Tigers ended up with an inning-ending double play, so neither team has been able to do much more than 3 up, 3 down through the first 2. Edwards inside the circle puts the first pitch across for a swinging strike. It's 0-1 on Emma Wildman. Shortstop bats in front of Kaylee Taylor and Jade Vopat. The 0-1 pitch from Edwards. Swing and a miss, chasing a high one, and the count goes to 0-2. Edwards struck out 16 in Game 1 last night at Southeast Saline, winning 3-0. She now has 61 strikeouts on the year. She recorded her first K in the second inning, and at the plate right now, Wildman able to stay alive by fouling off the 0-2 pitch. 7, 8, and 9 hitters here in the third. Top half of the inning, Clay Center at home, were scoreless through the first 2. Edwards 0-2 again on its way, and a chase of a high pitch. That is strikeout number 2 of the game, strikeout number 62 on the year for Clara Edwards. There's 1 down. Kaylee Taylor, the right fielder, now at the plate, followed by Jade Vopat, and then Abilene goes back to the top of the order following these 2 hitters. Taylor, right fielder, stands on the right side as Edwards leans in, now brings it home. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. So 5 straight strikes. 1 was foul tipped away by Wildman. Resulted in a strikeout before it was all said and done. And now an 0-1 count on Kaylee Taylor. And that pitch across, called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Sarah Edwards working here in the top of the third with a 0-0 score. And the 0-2 on its way. Popped on the right side. Hamill has to go back. It falls in front of her and is going to fall in for a single between Hamill and Jaden Crimmins. Just a little gork to the right side. Wasn't hit well, but got up far enough to the grass that neither the right fielder nor the second baseman could get to it. And so the first base runner for Abilene results in a little flare to right field and their first hit of the game. So with one down, Kaylee Taylor at first, and the hitter is Jade Vopat, the catcher for the Cowgirls. Edwards looks in. And across for a strike. They'll throw behind the runner at first, who dives back in safely. Lexi Leiby, the first baseman, and then the catcher for the Lady Tigers, Kylie Rosen, now making that throw down there, is keeping the runner honest. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Around a bunt, popped up in the air. It's going to be caught by Rosenau from behind the plate. Had to backhand it in fair territory. Nice play by the catcher, and there's 2 down now with a runner at first base. So a pop out on the bunt try gives the second out for the Lady Tigers. And now Turner Alderson, right-handed batter, the second baseman for the Cowgirls, who grounded to third her first time up, and Gracie Fief handled it very cleanly. There's a pop foul left side, up and out of play. No chance for anyone. Well beyond the Lady Tiger dugout, the count is 0-1. So a runner at first, that's Wildman, who singled on a little flare to right field. 1 strikeout, 1 pop out, and there's 2 down. And the 0-1 coming in from Edwards on its way. And off speed, called for a strike. Now they throw behind the runner at first again, and diving back in is Wildman. An 0-2 count, a runner at first, 2 down. No score through 2 2/3, and Clara Edwards and this Lady Tiger defense trying to make it 2.5 innings. Pitch, pop foul, left side. Fief, long way toward the dugout, got a glove on it, just couldn't make the play right up against the fence. Keegan Brownell has gone deep for the Tiger baseball team. So a 2-run jack by Keegan Brownell has put the Tiger baseball team on top, looking to go to 8-1 on the season as they host Abilene as well. We'll get you back over there as soon as this inning closes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line drive, left side, but foul. And the count stays 0 balls, 2 strikes. No score here. 2 innings complete, 2/3 of this top half of the third for the Lady Tigers defensively completed as well. And Tiger baseball in their half of the third inning, and now up 2-0 off a Keegan Brownell 2-run jack. The 0-2 from Edwards. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 3 in the inning. And the Lady Tigers will come to the plate in the bottom of 3. Still no score. Let's send it back over to Flip and Sean.
All right, Rock, thanks. And it was a single from Keegan McDonald to lead things off, and then Keegan Brownell just lit one out of this park. He got out of here in a hurry, Sean, out over that left field wall.
You know, it's just a nice, easy swing. He didn't overswing, and he just barreled up the first pitch he saw, and it was a vapor trail going over the left field wall.
Will Rosenau with a strikeout, and Eli Schnee just took his base on balls. So 1 out. That's going to bring up Brady Glaves. Glaves batting .286. Eli Schnee stands on first. You get a little bit of a lead. Glaves shows bunt, got a piece of it, but
they actually put Sheldon Jesse into pinch run for him on first.
No, that is
Sheldon's
right.
First varsity experience there.
Well, he's having a great JV year, 360 for the Tiger JV, 10 RBIs and 7 runs, so kind of earned his way up here.
Nice lefty pitcher, too.
Glaves will swing that one away, pop straight back, and catcher never saw it.
Brady's usually a pretty good bet to put it in play. He does a nice job getting the bat on the ball. His biggest thing he fights is he steps out a lot when he swings because he wants to run. And
it's pretty quick.
If he'll stay in the box just a little bit more, he usually really hits a nice baseball.
0-2 now to Glaves. Jesse stands on first. Pitch to Glaves. That is on the ground. That's going to get between second and first. That's going to send Jesse to no. He'll hold on second. And just a little bit of hesitation there from Sheldon Jesse, and that's maybe a little bit of those varsity jitters as Coach Andy bent over to his dugout saying, you guys have got to look at me. They wanted Jesse down at third, but again, a pretty well-hit ball from Glaves.
Well, great 2-strike approach. You know, he's down 0-2 in the count. All you want to do is put it in play and move your runner and just pound the hole.
Which he did. And again, Jesse, a little bit of hesitation, but first varsity game for Sheldon Jesse. Now Jake Ferguson will stand in. There's that outside corner that Hocker loves and batters hate. So Jake looking at 0-1. He struck out his first time up. 1 out, 2 runners on. Clay Center leads 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Pitch to Jake. Good job by the catcher, as Hocker now trying to paint that outside corner again, and the catcher just had to throw his body in front of that to knock it down.
Yeah, he spiked that curveball pretty hard, right? Probably 2 feet short of home plate.
Both runners being held on, so not big lead. Pitch to Ferguson. There's a rip down the third base line. Nice play by Loader. Steps on third over to first for a double play. And that is going to be the inning. So, again, Clay Center threatens with 2 runners on. They do get 2 on the home run from Keegan Brownell, a 2-run shot out over left. Headed to the third, 2-0. Clay Center leads. Let's send you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, thanks. Here it's in the third, bottom of 3, in fact, as the Clay Center Lady Tigers have leadoff runner aboard. Lexi Livey singling into right field, and now it's J.C. Shirley popping one up toward right. This will be camped underneath by Kaylee Taylor, and there is 1 down with the runner still at first base in Lexi Livey. Kylie Rosenau will be the batter, followed by Janae Shivers, the top of the order. Rosenau will stand in on the right side. A runner at first, Libby, single to lead off the frame, and now a pop out to right field as mentioned by Shirley. There is a strike called on the inside corner on Rosenau. 1 away. Rosenau, the number 9 hitter, catcher for the Lady Tigers, stands in on the right side. Here's the 0-1. Bunted third base side. Good bunt, but foul. And that would have been trouble for the third baseman to get to, but it did crawl into foul territory, so the count goes to 0-2. Libby remains at first base, led off the inning with a single, 1 down. Bottom of 3, no score. Clay Center batting here in their bottom half of the third. Pitch down in the dirt, good block by the catcher, Jade Vopat. That will keep Libby at first base, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tiger baseball up 2-0 on a Keegan Brownell 2-run home run. Rosenau way out in front of it. In fact, that was lined so much in front that Janae Shivers saw it go in front of her. She's in the on-deck circle, so it didn't even reach the dugout. The count stays 1-2. Here's the pitch in. Foul tipped into the glove of Vopat, the catcher, and there's 2 away. So a strikeout victim is Rosenau. There's 2 down. And Janae Shivers will step to the plate. She singled her first time up sharply between third and short, but then was doubled off on the base paths, and eventually the Lady Tigers would go 3-3 despite a leadoff single. Pitch to Shivers, up and away, 1-0. Libby at first, 2 away. She can go on contact now with 2 down. Here in the bottom of 3, no score as of yet. Shivers with the pitch home. Ground ball, third base side, foul territory left. And that'll be a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tiger softball busy week, obviously, with a doubleheader at Southeast Saline yesterday, and then back at it again here today at home against Abilene. Their next matchup is a JV matchup Thursday against Riley County. Next varsity is a week from today when they take on the Marysville Bulldogs. Tiger baseball will be taking on Riley County in Leonardville. That's a varsity doubleheader this week. 2 very good teams. Line drive left side fouled off the facing of the Lady Tiger softball dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. A runner at first is Lexi Libby. Janae Shivers is the batter. And on deck, Jaden Crimmins. No score through early portion of this game. Lady Tigers batting in their half of the third. It's way up high, and the count 2-2. Again, Tiger baseball taking a 2-0 lead on the 2-run home run by Keegan Brownell after Keegan McDonald had singled to lead it off. 5 ball again, popped foul by Shivers. So good battle at the plate by Janae Shivers. She can win the fight here at the dish against the pitcher, Brenna Aid. A 3-up, 3-down inning for the Tiger baseball team. So get you back over there a minute. Here's a potential gapper right side, but the center fielder, Riley Volkman, able to get over to it. That Wynn holding it up, as we mentioned earlier, and that will end the inning. We've completed 3 with Lady Tiger softball. No score. Tiger baseball in the third, leading 2-0. Let's take a 30-second break. Back with more after this.
Get cracking with an internet upgrade from Twin Valley that's exactly right for you. Your Nest is chirping with activity. Family members are tweeting as well as streaming, gaming, chatting, networking, searching, shopping, emailing, messaging, blogging, reading, watching, posting, and conferencing more than ever before. You need high speed, high quality internet service to keep up with the demand. Spring into action and upgrade your home's internet plan. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with Sean McDonald, 3 up, 3 down, inning for the Tigers, and now Dylan Swihart will step in to lead things off. Again, Clay Center, 2 runs in that bottom of the second. The 2-run home run by Keegan Brownell drove in Keegan McDonald. Now Swihart, there's a ground ball up the middle that's going to find center field for a base hit. And Dylan Swihart, after striking out his first at bat, comes back with a single. Pretty good ball placement by the Tigers right now. They've done that a couple of times. Getting the bat on the ball, you know, and I got to give Hawker a little credit, Sean. He's not overly fast, but he's got pretty good command of his pitches.
Well, when we quit watching Third Strike,
exactly,
and put it in play, good things are happening.
Tigers now starting to get the bat on the ball. Dylan Moon will step in. Misses that one outside, and that was well outside. Moon singled his first time at bat. There's one right back at the pitcher. They're going to try 2. There's the play at second over to first, and they are going to get Moon. Boy, that's a nice double play.
Yep, that was nice.
By Abilene.
Tailor-made.
That's just how it works.
Yep.
Well, that's a 1-6-3 double play. So Abilene with some good defense. That's going to bring up Logan McDonald. And Logan flew out. Pretty good shot last time, but right at the shortstop, he stands in left-handed. Takes away that outside corner, but there's one that catches the outside corner.
Yeah, not quite what he's looking for. He'd like something
a bit low
up in the end, a little bit more.
So 1-1 count now to Logan McDonald. Pitch in for ball 2, and
of course I think Hawker knows that. He's staying on the outside part of the plate, away from anything he can get any power behind.
2-1 count to McDonald. There's one driven into right field. That's going to drop for a base shot. Good wrap by Logan McDonald is going to put him on. So that's going to bring up his brother Keegan McDonald, who singled last time. And again, we talked a little bit. There's not a lot of breeze, but what breeze there is blowing straight out. So we've got 9 hitters, and all 9 are strong enough to get it up there and hit it a long ways. Pitch to McDonald, that misses low, ball 1.
Yeah, you can't take a deep breath anywhere in this lineup because somebody will hurt you if you do.
Very strong. You know, when your team batting average is .353, you're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pitch to McDonald. Wow. Swung on and missed, and I mean, if you're going to swing and miss, swing and miss.
Yeah. I think he's got both shoes still tied.
I'm not sure. You might want to check. They did try to go down and pick Logan McDonald off, but he's quicker than that. So 1-1 pitch now to Keegan. Pitch in is going to catch that low outside corner, and they're going to call it every time, and the count will go 1-2. So 2 down. Logan McDonald stands on first. We're in the bottom of the third. Clay Center leads 2-0. 1-2 count now to Keegan McDonald. McDonald stands in. Pitch comes in, and he chased it, and that's going to be ball 3. But or strike 3, rather. He really had no choice. That is going to be a called strike, more than likely. So he went after 1, but that is going to wrap up the third inning. Clay Center up 2-0, headed to the 4th. Let's take you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, through the 3.5 innings here, the Lady Tigers still scoreless. They were able to put up a 3-up, 3-down inning against Abilene, they get strikeout number 3 of the game for Clara Edwards, and then a pop out to shortstop, Haley Franson, a pop out to end the inning. Back up against the backstop. Nice job by Kylie Rosenau to make the play, and that was the end of the frame. So Clara Edwards has faced the minimum, even though she did give up a single on that little flare to right field. But Clay Center right now scoreless and headed to the plate with Jaden Crimmins, the number 2 hitter, to lead it off. She'll be followed by Clara Edwards and Erin Hamill. If they can get things going, it would be Haley Franson waiting behind those opening 3 in the frame. So bottom of 4, no score. Clay Center coming to the plate here in the bottom half of this 4th inning. Jaden Crimmins batting .280 on the year. Popped out her first time up. Tried to sacrifice bunt. It was caught by the third baseman. There's a pitch down and inside in the dirt, and the count is 0-1. Or 1-0, I should say, in Jaden Crimmins' favor. Tiger baseball leading in their matchup against Abilene. Here, the Lady Tigers scoreless. Bunt, try third base side to be a tough play. Long throw to first, and they do get Crimmins. Nice play by the third baseman, Macy Debenham. Crimmins laid that ball down nicely right on the line, third base side, punched it toward the third baseman, who just made a nice play, and there's one away. That'll put Clara Edwards at the plate. Clara grounded to second base her first time up. And stands in on the right side and takes the first pitch down in the dirt. It's 1-0. Edwards, 444 on the year, batting average, 500 on base percentage. She scored 8 runs, has knocked in 6. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball, well hit left field and deep, and it is out of here. Clara Edwards sends it over the wall into a wind in left field. And the Lady Tigers have their first lead of this ball game. A shot to left, a rocket off the bat of Clara Edwards. Clears the wall in left field. It's a 1-0 ball game. Bottom of the 4th, 1 down, bases clear, and Clara Edwards does help her own cause, fighting some wind. There's a little bit of a breeze almost directly straight. We said earlier left or right, but this is really straight in from center field. But Edwards got it lifted up, a line drive, and it got out of here in a pretty big hurry. And the biggest question was not whether it was far enough, it was whether it was high enough, and it did clear the wall, and Clara Edwards circles the bases, and the Lady Tigers have a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Erin Hamill with 1 down, and the base is empty. Swing and a miss, foul tip back in the glove of the catcher. 0-1 the count. Erin Hamill with Haley Franson on deck, and the Lady Tigers with the first run of the game, and leads at 1-0 here in the 4th. Pitch down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hamill, her first time up, chased a pitch and went down looking then on a called third strike that appeared to be inside. Ground ball, third base side, foul. The count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, bases empty in the bottom of the 4th, but again, Lady Tigers have taken the lead on a Clara Edwards home run to left field on a line. Well, those balls, the left fielder just turned and looked. There's a ground ball, shortstop. Up, throw to first, and there's 2 away. The shot by Edwards into left field, the left fielder knew she had no chance to make a play. She just turned to see if she could make a play off the wall or if it was going to clear the wall. And she turned and looked. That's Autumn Fitzgerald's. And you could kind of see the shoulders sag as soon as you knew it cleared the wall. In fact, that gave me the better hint of whether it cleared it than being able to see it, because you see the softball land, and from this perspective up in the box, it's hard to know whether it was over or landing just off the fence or just in front of the fence, but it was over by just a couple of feet, just enough for the Lady Tigers to have a 1-0 lead. Now, Haley Franson up there, she lined out to left field her first time in. Takes ball 1, now ball 2. Tiger baseball using the long ball to take the lead as well. Keegan Brownell went deep. And so we'll get you back over there in just a moment. Here's the pitch into Franson. Right back up the box, single to center field. And Haley Franson's aboard for the first time. And the Lady Tigers have their 4th hit of the game, 2 in this inning, and it brings up Gracie Fief, who popped out to first base her first time in. So Franson at first with the single. 1-0, Lady Tigers lead, bottom of 4. And Gracie Fief stands in with Lexi Libby hoping to get a chance here in this inning as well, standing on deck. Here's the pitch into Fief. Swing and a miss at a low off-speed pitch, and the count is 0-1. No balls in the strike, bottom of 4. Clay Center leads it 1-0. Brenna Ade, the pitcher, into the dirt, going from first, and standing at second is Franson. They had no chance to even make a play down to second base. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 up, 3 down in the inning for the Tigers. 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch home. Pop up left side, up and out of play into foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gracie Fief. A runner at second now after Franson singled and then stole second base. And the Lady Tigers with the 1 run in the inning on the home run over the fence to left field by Clara Edwards. Ground ball to middle. This could be up, but the shortstop has it. Long throw to first, and safe at first base. And scoring from second is Haley Franson. Franson made the turn at third and is able to get into home as the throw took the first baseman just off the back. She made a really nice pick at first base, but was diving to her right to make that stop. Caught it cleanly, but her foot coming off the bag. And safely at first is Gracie Fief. And scoring from second, heads-up base running, is Haley Franson, and that puts Lexi Libby at the plate. And Libby singled her first time in, back in the third inning, when she knocked one just over the second baseman's head into right field. First pitch is across for a strike, 0-1. First base is Fief. Reached on the throwing error by the shortstop. Line drive left field. Will it stay fair? No. Just drifting into foul territory. The count goes to 0-2. Bottom of the fourth. It had been scoreless through 3 innings. And then the home run by Clara Edwards, followed up by the base running by Haley Franson on the air at first. Here's the pitch in for Libby. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And so 2 runs in the inning, the only 2 runs scored thus far for the Lady Tigers. Tiger baseball, we'll get you back over there in just a moment. Here's the pitch in. Libby has to go down and golf one into the third base line and into foul territory out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down with the runner at first and Gracie Fief. Lexi Libby the batter. On deck, J.C. Shirley. There's a little soft liner foul territory, and the third baseman, Macy Debenham, looked like she had a beat on it and reached up and just could not quite grab it. So new life now for Libby, who singled in the third and was stranded at first base. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Libby with 2 down to runner on. Foul again, straight back this time. Chased a bit of a high one, but she got to protect the plate and did so with a good cut at it there. The ball gets away from the pitcher, Brenna Ade, but her second baseman, Turner Alderson, tracks it down for her, and she's back in the circle ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. A runner at first is Gracie Fief. The pitch to Libby. Again, fouled up and out of play left side. So a good long at bat here by Libby, battling and battling and battling. See if she can find a way to squeak one through the infield. Well, maybe she squares one up here at some point. Here's the 1-2 again. And again, she goes down low and just keeps it alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Don Richter sharing a laugh with Lexi as she went down just chasing and just trying to keep it alive. Now she chases a one way up high, but she is not going to get a third strike called on her in this at-bat. Pretty good bat control to just get after the pitches that really aren't in the zone, but just protecting the plate as best she can. The 1-2 again. Line drive, left side, foul territory. Now you're starting to think to yourself, why didn't you start keeping track of the number of foul balls at this at-bat? It's been a bunch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's been that count for a long time now. Lexi Libby really in a fight with the pitcher, Brenna Ade, inside the circle for the Cowgirls. She's fouled so many off Lexi Libby that they've had to go and retrieve a couple to get back into the pitcher and to the umpire. Now they do that. Libby's set to go. And now the umpire says he is as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Again, a runner at first and Thief. The pitch to Libby. Line shot left field, and it is painting the line. It's in, fair to the wall. Around second goes Thief. Into third, and a double for Lexi Libby into left field. And it literally painted that left field line on a line shot to left. Lexi Libby fouls off pitch after pitch after pitch, staying alive, and eventually ends up with a double to left field. That roll to the wall. It gets Thief to third base. Libby at second with her second hit of the game. And the Lady Tigers have scored 2 in the inning. Boy, some big insurance here. If J.C. Shirley could get one through, great cut at the first pitch, but she fouls it straight back. No balls and a strike. With 2 down and runners now in scoring position at second and third. Thief at third. Lexi Libby out at second base. Line shot up the middle. That'll score at least 1. Around third comes Libby. That'll score 2. And Clay Center has taken a 4-0 lead. And J.C. Shirley smokes one right back up the pipe. And it is a 2-run single to center field. And 4 runs in the inning now for Clay Center. And it brings up Kylie Rosenau. Rosenau, the number 9 hitter, with a runner out first, 2 down, and Clay Center leading 4-0. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Shirley a long way off first, but stays at the bag, and the count 1-0. Lady Tigers got the homer from Clara Edwards to get the scoring started, then singles from Haley Franson and J.C. Shirley. There's a throw down to, no, there is not a throw down to second. Shirley just steals second base. So Franson singled after the Edwards home run with 2 outs. Then an error on the shortstop. Tough play by a good hit ball by Gracie Thief, followed by the double on that long at bat from Lexi Libby. And then with runners at second and third, it was J.C. Shirley who knocked the ball into center field with a clean line drive single and puts the lead at 4-0. 2 balls, 1 strike count on Rosenau. The pitch in. Ground ball third base side, foul. And the count goes to 2-2. And again, we'll check back in with Flip and Sean over at Campbell Field Tiger Baseball when we have that opportunity. But the Lady Tigers putting together a great rally here in their half of the fourth. They lead 4-0. Brenna Aid looks in, pitch to Rosenau, way up high, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shirley down at second base. Singled into and stole second. On deck, the leadoff hitter, Janae Shivers. Here's the 3-2. Fouled back up and away, and Rosenau stays alive. Kylie, the catcher for the Lady Tigers, trying to punch one through somewhere to score Shirley from second base. Big fourth inning. 4 runs in already. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. It will end the frame. But the Lady Tigers strike big. They score 4 in the fourth. We're headed to the top of 5. Clay Center leads it here 4-0. Back over to Phil Casper.
All right, Rock, same thing here as Clay Center is putting together a rally in their half of the fourth. They now lead 4-0 as Josh Ferguson, pinch running for Will Rosenau, comes in on the single from Brigham Glaves.
Brady.
Or Brady Glaves. I've called him Brigham now for a couple of years, so it's Brady Glaves. And then we're back to the top of the order. So Clay Center has gone up 4-0. Now it all started with a single from Keegan Brownell and then a single from Will Rosenau in the RBI. And then a bunt by Eli Schnee got Josh Ferguson around, pinch running for Will Rosenau, and scores off the Glaves single. So now you've got runners at the corner. There are no outs. Glaves easily into second as Schnee holds on third. And Ferguson now looking at a 1-0 count. Again, Jake, tough day at the plate so far. He did make pretty good contact his last at-bat. Pitch to Ferguson, misses high and away.
He's a little bit better situation this time. Last time they had guys on first and second. He hit a ball right on third base and got doubled up. But now with guys on second, third, a little bit better opportunity to have some success.
2-0 pitch misses out. Count goes 3-0. And back to that at bat. That was a great play by Loader at third base to double him up. It was a shot by Jake, but Loader just happened to be right place.
Hawker's starting to labor quite a bit.
He is starting to labor. Ball 3 now to Ferguson, misses in, and that's going to load the bases. So Jake is going to take his base on a walk. And, I talked with Coach Ben, and he mentioned Hawker at first and said he felt like that was Abilene's best pitcher and said, if we can get through Hawker, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they did struggle the first couple innings, but now able to put something out. Do you have a meeting at the mound, Rocky, while we have that time here with nobody out? Bases loaded here at Campbell. Let's check back in with Rocky Downing.
Yeah, we're in the top half of the fifth, and Claire Edwards records her 4th strikeout, and one down on Emily Burth. That brings up Ashton Roth and Emma Wildman due up. Lady Tigers lead 4-0. Here's Edwards pitch in. Pitches up high. 1 ball, no strikes. To this point, there has been 1 base runner for Abilene and 1 single. It came in the 3rd, although the Lady Tigers were able to get out of it with a double play on a little pop-out, and so Clay Center has faced the minimum to this point. Here's Edwards, the pitch in. Ground ball right side. Bybee has it. Will flip to her second baseman covering Aaron Hamble. There's 2 away. And the Lady Tigers again up 4-0. I know the Tigers are threatening with the bases jammed. Let's send it back over to Flip.
All right, Rock, thanks. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of 4. Clay Center's gone up 4-0, and Dylan Swihart stands in. Swihart singled his last at bat, and Hawker now, as good as he was in the first 2 innings, he's really struggling. He was able to paint that outside corner, and now he is missing by quite a ways.
Well, he's up to 74 pitches, and he's having trouble finding the strike zone.
There's a well-hit ball to the shortstop. He'll try to double up, and they miss it. The second baseman just dropped it. Nice play by the shortstop and just fell right out of the second baseman's glove, so that is going to get Schnee in. It'll advance everybody else.
Then you got a feel for Hawker. He's struggling to throw strikes. He finally gets a beautiful double play.
Exactly.
He's misplayed, and now he's got to bear down. He's still got nobody out. Tigers got the sacks full.
And now Dylan Moon will step in. Moon's put the bat on the ball both times at the plate. He's singled and then grounded into that double play right back at the pitcher last time as Hawker misses out. And the count's 1-0. Clay Center's gone up 5-0 with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Moon. Wow. Big cut by Dylan Moon. Misses for strike 1. Nobody out. Logan McDonald on deck. Keegan McDonald is in the hole. Pitch to Moon. That's high and out. Ball 2. And Hawker is on a pretty short leash right now. So we'll see what he can do here with Dylan Moon with nobody out. Pitch to Moon. That's going to be fouled back. Strike 2. Pretty good cut by Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan's a pretty good bet to put it in play. He's handles the bat real well.
And if you're coaching, you just want your pitcher at this point to get out of this inning. You don't want to bring in a reliever with nobody out, bases loaded.
Well, down 5-0.
And down 5-0.
Will Rose now on the mound. I mean,
it gets tough. 2-2 pitch now to Moon. There's one on the ground. That is going to be trouble for the shortstop. He may not have a play, and he doesn't. Never had a chance. He tried to go to first. He had no play at second. Great break on the sound of the bat by Dylan Swihart. He had to go to first, and that was just deep enough in the pocket that he ended up with no play. So that's going to score Brady Glaves as Dylan Moon gets to first base, and that's going to bring up Logan McDonald, and Clay Center has gone up 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out. Bases loaded for Logan. He's flown out, singled his last at bat, hit a pretty nice shot out into right field. So if he does that, that's going to score probably 2. Swihart, a pretty good base runner at second. 1-0 pitch to Logan. He'll watch that first one go by. Does he do that every time?
Yeah, he does. He's not a first strike hitter. I mean, he'll let one go by, and he's looking for something to pull because he knows this Sun's tough to play in the right side of the infield and the outfield.
1-1 pitch. There's one fouled down the left side off the Tiger dugout. Strike 2.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've seen him swing at a first strike.
So 1-2 pitch now to Logan McDonald. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Clay Center's put up 4 here in their half of the 4th. They lead 6-0. 1-2 pitch to Logan. Inside pitch, but he does make contact to stay alive. And that's going to be called a strike. That's one.
It off.
He doesn't want to watch that one go by. So count stays 1-2. Logan stands back in. Pitch comes in. That's hit hard to the right side of the field. Second baseman bobbles it. They're not going to have a play at first as Logan beats it out. And the second baseman having all kinds of trouble, and Logan McDonald just beat that out.
Well, the problem, what Abilene doesn't know because they haven't played here a lot, is that you do not want to let the ball clear the grass without being aggressive with it. If you do, it takes a different hop than what's on the grass, and if you take your eyes off it just a little bit, you're going to misplay it.
Meeting at the mound among the players, no coach out there. As of now, the umpire starts to head out there. They will break that up. So no pitching change as of right now. Bottom of 4, Keegan McDonald will stand in with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Hey, he's just got to stay within himself and not overswing.
Exactly. Keegan with a single. He leads this Tiger team with a .500 average. Got 10 RBIs on the season. Pitch to Keegan. That is well hit into center field. Center fielder back. He does have a play. He makes the play. That'll easily score Swihart from third. So nice job by Keegan McDonald on that sacrifice. That is going to score Dylan Swihart.
Caught it a little bit in off the barrel. Not quite out on the big part of the bat, but hit a long ways.
So first out, that's going to bring up Keegan Brownell for the second time this inning. And Brownell is having a day at the plate. He's hit a 2-run homer and singled.
Yeah, both balls were hit really hard.
Very well. It's 2. Brownell misses outside. Logan McDonald's on first. Moon's on second. Brownell in with 1 out. Clay Center has gone up 8-0. They put up 6 runs in this bottom of the 4th. Hawker's still on the mound. It's to Brownell. That is well hit. It's up there. That's going to drop in there for sure and will not get out of here, but drops in for a base hit. Moon was holding on second, and now he's going to hold on third.
Well, I thought when he hit it, I thought he had his second one. That was a well-hit ball.
So well struck by Keegan Brownell as he's now gone 3 for 3 at the plate. Again, advances the runners. Moon just could not quite get in. So Will Rosenau will come up. They're headed to the 6th at the Clay Center Tigers softball complex. Clay Center is up 4-0. As soon as we get a chance, we'll kick it back up there to Rocky Downing. Clay Center Tigers have gone up here 8-0. Will Rosenau up for the second time. Had an RBI single, his last at bat, strike 1. Bases loaded again for Will.
Well, Will likes to take it to that right center area over there.
Yeah, he loves that part of the field. Pitch to Rosenau, and that's exactly where he tried to go. His pitch was a little outside, but that's going to be fouled away, strike 2.
Well, Hawker's pitching to his strength. He's staying on the outside part of the plate, which makes that a little easier pitch for Will to take it where he likes to hit it.
Right. 0-2 count now to Rosenau, 1 out, pitch in. That's hit hard to the third baseman. Loader bobbles it. He's got to go to first, and he pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Will Rosenau is in there. So that's going to score Dylan Moon.
So Will hit that ball pretty hard.
Will hit that really well.
Now we start thinking about some conservatism, a little bit. If we can get up and run rule this thing out, then, that gives us that opportunity again to say pitching.
Right.
2 nights from now, we've got a big matchup with Riley County, and it'd be nice to have a lot of available people.
So Eli Schnee stands in. He's walked. He got on with a bunt last time, probably by an error. Would be scored an error, but did get on. And with 1 out and the bases loaded, not likely to bunt here, leading 9-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Clay Center has put up 7 in their half of the 4th. Pitch to Schnee, misses out. That's ball 2. Hawker really getting frustrated.
Well, he's about to the end of his day. He's got to be getting up around 100 pitches.
Well, he loves that outside corner, but he's just not able to hit it like he was the first 2 innings. So count 2-0. He tries again and misses, and the count goes full. So he's at 94 pitches right now with 1 out and the bases loaded, and the count's 3-0 to Eli Schnee. Pitch to Schnee. There's strike 1.
And for those that don't know, I mean, there's a 105 pitch limit for these guys. So at 105, you're done.
3-1 now to Schnee. Swung on and missed.
That was a pitch he'd like to have back.
He would love to have that one back, I guarantee you, as the count goes full. Full count pitch now to Schnee. Misses out. There's ball 4. So that'll walk in Logan McDonald. Brownell now at third. Rosen out first. Sheldon Jesse will come in for Schnee and courtesy run. And Clay Center's gone up 10-0. Headed to the bottom of the 6th. Clay Center Tiger softball leading 4-0.
Chance for Brady to get a couple RBIs here.
Glaves watches the first one go by.
He's another one that likes to watch first pitch strike.
He's 2 for 2 as well today. 2 singles, 1 RBI. Pitch to Glaves. That is a high fly ball, and that's in play. If the catcher can get it, he's calling it and does get it. And that's an infield fly anyway, right?
Yes. Hit a long ways, but straight up.
So that's going to bring up Jake Ferguson. So 2 outs. Clay Center up 10-0. Jake Ferguson comes up. He struck out, grounded out, and walked.
Well, Jake's he's really enjoyed hitting it down the third base line. I'll look for that again here. If he throws him anything middle in, Jake will probably get around and jump on it.
Well, he's gotten a little more comfortable after that first at-bat, up 1-0 or 1-0 right now. That one catches the outside corner, 1-1.
A good frame job by the catcher. That pitch was outside, and he kind of moved his glove back in.
Brought it back in. Pretty good catcher. Good catcher will do that. Hope he gets the call. Sometimes will. More often than not, won't. Pitch to Jake. That is ripped down the third base line, foul. And he got around on that one.
Yeah, Jake will hit some of the longest foul balls you will ever see. When he gets around and hits through the ball, he has trouble keeping it fair when he does that, but my goodness, he hits it a long ways.
So 1-2 count now. 2 down, bases loaded. Clay Center has put up 8 in this bottom of the 4th. They lead 10-0. 1-2 pitch to Jake Ferguson. That is swung on and missed, and Hawker is going to get out of here, and he will be done for the day. So Ferguson strikes out, but not before Clay Center puts up 8 runs in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 10-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. Let's take you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip here. The Lady Tigers have some things working in their half of the 6th inning. Bottom of 6th, they lead 4-0. A walk to Haley Franson leads off the inning. Then a single by Gracie Fief, hard hit back up the middle. Then a throwing error allowed those runners to get to second and third with nobody out. And squaring to bunt is going to be Libby. They'll fake the throw, and everybody's safe. They wanted to keep Franson at third, so they faked the throw to first, and Lexi Libby is on with her 3rd hit of the ball game. It is a 4-0 ball game here. The Lady Tigers lead it in the bottom half of the 6th inning. It'll be J.C. Shirley who heads to the plate here, and she line drive a shot right back up the middle, knocking in 2 her last time up. So the bases are full with nobody out. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. They'll throw home. Franson, they call her out at the plate. Bang, bang play. Throw just ahead of Franson running through home plate that time. So a fielder's choice will put Shirley at first base. It erases Franson from the base paths as they throw out the runner at home on the force out, shortstop to home. That'll put Kaylee Rosen out at the plate with 1 down. And again, runners at every base here in the bottom of 6 with Clay Center on top 4-0. Pitch home. is going to be called down low, and it's going to be a 1-0 count to Rosenau, who has struck out twice in the game. So if she can get something through here with the bases full, infield is in for Abilene. Strike across, 1 ball, 1 strike. So looking at the first 2 offerings, that one was right at the knees and just maybe off the inside corner, but called for a strike. So a 1-1 count with 1 down. This one in the dirt. Vopad able to block it, but the count goes now in favor of Kylie Rosenau, 2-1. Bases are full with 1 out. The Lady Tigers up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Tiger Baseball's gone up 10-0, scoring 8 in their half of their home frame. So they have gotten things broken open there. We'll see if they can put that game away against Abilene. Here it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 1 down. Again, bases are full. Rosenau stands in on the right side. Pitch home. Pop foul, left and up and out of play. So the count remains at 2-2. Play center has Beef at third, at second Leiby, and at first base is Shirley. The batter is Rosenau. The 2-2 on its way home. Fouled straight back. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shirley reaching for the second time in the game. 1 for 3 officially. Lexi Leiby is now 3 for 3. The single, the double after that long at bat, and then the bunt single. There's a chop by Rosenau, up and out of play, left side. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, Janae Shivers, the leadoff hitter. With the bases full here and just 1 down, Rosenau bats with Clay Center leading 4-0. In the bottom of the 6th, pitch home. Fly ball, hard hit left side, but again foul. And the count remains at 2-2. Abilene has seen a scoreless game through 3 complete, and then Clay Center erupted for 4 in their half of the 4th. There's a changeup called for a strike on the inside corner, and that's the second out of the inning. So the base is still full. Now Clay Center trying to get something out of this bases-loaded situation they've given themselves. They had them loaded with nobody out, and then got the fielder's choice ground out. And now with the strikeout, bases loaded with 2 outs for Janae Shivers. Pitch home. Shivers takes a strike across the middle. Counts 0-1. 2 down with runners everywhere for the Lady Tigers in their half of the 6th with a 4-0 lead. Here's the 0-1. Shivers fouls it up and out of play left side, and the count goes to 0-2. And if back in the day when you were growing up, you were able to chase down foul balls and get a popsicle, you would have a brain freeze right now if you were hanging out between foul pole and third base. There's a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman for Abilene looks to have it and does. That will end the inning. So we head to the 7th. Abilene pitches around a bases-loaded, nobody-out situation. Clay Center unable to capitalize, but they lead 4-0. Going to the 7th, let's send it back over again to Phil Casper.
All right, Rock 3-1. Now 3-2 to Loader, 2 down. Nobody on. Clay Center up 10-0, so just a strikeout away here.
Abilene down to their last pitch.
Pitch to Loader. There is strike 3. Schnee drops it. He'll go to first to McDonald, and that's the ball game. Clay Center wins it in 5. They win 10-0 in Game 1 over the Abilene Cowboys. Will Rosenau faces 13, 16 batters and ends up with 11 strikeouts. It's a pretty good day for Will Rosenau.
Yeah, nice job by him, and nice job by the Tigers kind of figuring out that pitcher they were struggling with a little bit the first couple innings, and once they started putting it in play with Will being dominant on the mound, it was over pretty quick.
Clay Center wins it 10-0 in 5. Game 1 is final here. Let's send you back up to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, we're about to go to the 7th here with Clay Center on top 4-0. So Tiger Baseball improves to 8-1 and another NCKL win with that victory over Abilene, blowing it out there, of course, with a 10-0 ending it early in 5 innings. Here, the Lady Tigers up 4-0. Clara Edwards back inside the circle. She has struck out 6 in the game. There's been 1 base runner in the contest for Abilene thus far. Batter is Riley Volkman. The first pitch is going to be missing outside the zone 1-0. Volkman, Debenham, Burt, and if someone reaches, that would be Fitzgerald's up next. If Abilene can extend this game a little bit. There's a pitch across for a strike. No, they did not call it a strike, and they say that the batter did not turn on it. So Volkman with a 2-0 count. Lady Tigers defensively, Gracie Fief at third, Lexi Libby at first. Here's the pitch from Edwards, the 2-0. And that's in for a strike. It's 2-1. Shortstop, Haley Franson. At second base, Aaron Hamill. Right field, Jaden Crimmins. In center is Janae Shivers. And in left field is J.C. Shirley. Behind the plate, Kylie Rosenau pitching Clara Edwards. 2-1 pitch on its way. And strike called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 with nobody on and no outs in the top of the 7th with Clay Center leading 4-0. The 2-2 from Edwards. On its way, popped up, foul, and back and out of play. The Tiger baseball team, Will Rosenau, faced 16 batters, no hit shutout, and struck out 10 in 5 innings. Great performance on the hill. 2-2, swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 7 now for Edwards, as the Lady Tigers have 1 down and a 4-0 lead in the top half of the final frame. 4-0 ball game. The batter now for the Cowgirls is Macy Debenham, who is grounded to third and popped out to the catcher. First pitch from Edwards, ground ball third base side, but foul. It's 0-1. Keegan Brownell had a huge game. A 2-run homer got the scoring going for the Tiger baseball team, and then they went on to win 10-0. Here it was Clara Edwards who broke the ice. It was scoreless through 3, and then she went deep with 1 out in the 4th inning, and the Lady Tigers would go on to score 4 in that frame. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. Debenham, the batter. Emily Bird is on deck. Play Center leads here 4-0. Top of the 7th. Abilene batting in their final frame. 1 away, nobody on. Edwards with an 0-2 count, and the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 and the second of this inning. And 2 down now for Emily Bird, who has been a strikeout victim twice already in this contest. So it's a 4-0 ball game. Emily Bird will stand in on the right side of the plate. Lady Tigers looking for their 9th straight win to start this season. Pitch just down and inside 1-0. In doubleheader action from Campbell Field, we'll have more Tiger baseball on the way. They improved to 8-1 with that win over Abilene, 10-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Edwards. Fouled right side, out of play, line drive that went over the Cowgirls dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Tigers also will play a game 2 here at the complex. Busy place. Looks awesome to see the sun and the weather and everybody around. There's a foul tip straight back, and it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Busy place with Abilene Clay Center, of course. You know you're going to have a good crowd, but then the middle school track meet taking place just off to the south of the softball field. Lots of buses and bodies and people and athletes, and a great day for it. Here's the pitch from Edwards. Foul tip, barely going to get a piece of it was Emily Burt, but she stays alive. Edwards has struck her out twice in the game already. Two strikes on the batter. A 4-0 lead, 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 7th. 1 more out to post the win. Off-speed pitch stays in the dirt. Batter Burt lays off of it. 4-0 is the Lady Tiger lead. All 4 runs coming in the 4th. Play Center loaded the bases in the 6th with nobody out. Couldn't get a run across. Here's the pitch from Edwards in the dirt. And that puts the count at full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count with 2 down. Edwards looks at her wristband for the pitching signal from the dugout. Now rocks into motion, brings it homeward. It's popped up, back up and out of play behind home plate, and the count stays 3-2. with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Placing the Lady Tigers trying to close down win number 9 to start the year. Played last night a doubleheader at Southeast Saline. Had to come from behind in the second game to stay perfect. Here's the 3-2 pitch again. Ground ball left side. Slow roller. Fief, quick throw to first. And it in the dirt. Libby tried to dig it, could not, so a base runner on. It'll be a throwing error on Fief, although it was a tough one to handle. It was slow rolling. She came at it. Had to kind of wait for that second hop to get to her, and then tried to throw very quickly over to first, and it was in the dirt. I'm not sure they would have gotten the runner anyway, but the bird is on safely, and that brings up Autumn Fitzgerald's. 2 away with Clay Center still on top 4-0. Edwards looks in. Pitch home. Fly ball left field, but foul and out of play. The count 0-1. In a doubleheader of action here on this Tuesday afternoon, Tiger baseball winning 10-0. Lady Tigers trying to close out a 4-0 lead with 2 down in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Nice play by Rosenau to throw down to first. The runner back in safely. Just pulled the string on that changeup, Edwards, and the batter, Fitzgerald's, way out in front of it, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 down here in the 7th. The Lady Tigers up 4-0. Edwards ready to work again. The 0-2 on its way home. Up high, the ball gets away from Rosenau. The runner's going to advance from first to second. And the count goes to 1-2. 2 outs here in the 7th. Just 1 out away from posting the win for the Lady Tigers, but Abilene trying to stay alive as long as they can. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Fitzgerald's. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3 and strikeout number 9 for Edwards, and it closes down the ball game. Lady Tigers win it 4-0. Stay with us. We'll take a timeout, give you a look back at these games and what's still to come here on KCLY.
It's time for your UBT Top 5. Learning the importance of saving money isn't always a top priority for youth. As adults, you can help guide youth to starting with these 5 easy savings tips. Help track their spending and savings, understand wants versus needs, set attainable goals, set portions of income aside for savings, and find a safe youth savings account for their money. Don't think your teenager will listen to you? Visit ubankonline.com to find a branch near you. Come talk to a UBT representative today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If your idea of spring cleaning includes repainting, now's the time to stop by Hometown Lumber and Hardware. Save up to $80 on Valspar interior and exterior paint during the spring rebates event, April 19th through the 28th. Choose Valspar Pristine, the paint with clean science technology, and save $10 per container plus savings on other Valspar paints. A fresh season calls for fresh savings at Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville through April 28th. See rebate coupon in store for details.
Game 1 for the Lady Tigers. The Tiger baseball team's results in a win. Clay Center Lady Tiger softball winning 4-0. Flip, you had a 10-0 ball game that was kind of tight for a couple of innings, and then the Tigers just broke it open.
Well, you got to give some credit to Hocker, the pitcher for Abilene. You know, he pitched 2 pretty good innings, Rocky, and Tigers really been kind of back on their heels, unable to figure him out. Doesn't throw a lot of heat, but has really good command of his pitches and knows his batters. But in the second, we were able to get that 2-run home from Keegan Brownell, and then a pretty quiet third. But then an 8-run fourth inning for the Tigers, in which saw us go through the lineup 2 times. You talked a little bit about Keegan Brownell, 3 for 3 in that game, and then numerous players were 2 for 3. Brady Glaves was 2 for 3 with an RBI. Will Rosenau went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Speaking of Will, he faced 16 batters, 10 strikeouts, no hits. He had 2 base runners all night, Rocky, in that first game, both by walks, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. The 1 in the second, Eli Schnee picked off when he took too big of a lead. So, 2 base runners all day, 16 batters, 10 strikeouts. That's going to get you a win almost every time.
Well, it almost sounds like Will Rosenau was feeling really good today. I know you talked with him before the game. That's kind of what he told you, right?
Well, that's exactly what he told me, and then I said something to Coach Bent, and he said, he said he's always kind of excited, always feels good, but I'm not sure I've ever seen him quite like this. I'm not sure I've ever seen him throw quite like that. He was very much in control. You may have heard me mention to Sean earlier that Will's biggest problem is Will. He's his biggest enemy and his biggest critic. But between last year and this year, Rocky, I know you saw him last year, he has improved so much. He's able to talk himself back into the game and really did it in a big way. Outside of those 2 walks, he was flawless.
I think it was Yogi Berra that once said this game of baseball is 50% physical or 50% mental and 90% attitude. something goofy like that. But it is a very mental game. He's got a lot of skills. We know that, but he gets his mind right around things. He just gets better and better. It's fun to watch a guy like that play baseball.
Well, it really is, and it was fun up and down the lineup today. You know, Sean had talked earlier about how strong Clay Center is 1 through 9 with that 353 team batting average, and Sean, they didn't disappoint today. Everybody contributed. I'm going to point out Sheldon Jesse, who did get in his first varsity game. Little bit of a hiccup running the bases that first time. He won't make that mistake again, and Coach Bent, very quick to put him back in on the base path and get him used to some varsity action.
Yeah, you know, and the valuable part is just, it really kind of comes back to just the same thing Will Rosenau's run through, you know, over the years. You know, when he's a freshman, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to go out and perform. Sophomore, still got some pressure. You know, he's young, got to go out and perform. As a junior, he's learning how to relax and have fun, and it's showing in the way he plays. And now, you know, you start with Sheldon Jesse, first time out, a lot of pressure, learning how to play. So everybody's got to go through those progressive steps, and it's cool to see some guys at the top end of that and some of the guys at the bottom end of that.
Well, it's cool. It's cool, Rocky, to see them come into this. And you and I talked about this at Wamego a little bit with Coach Bent. You know, he's brought this program to a level now to where the expectation is high, and the younger guys coming in and stepping into that varsity level, they'll make a mistake one time. That's about it. Coach Bent will correct it, and they're right back in and at it, Rocky, and that's how you get better.
Yeah, it's been fun to see this program reach the heights it has, and I know there's a whole lot more still expected. You talk about expectations for what they plan to do this season. Of course, another game still in this doubleheader they have to go take care of as well, which will be coming up in a little while. I'm going to let you get away from the booth for a moment. I'm going to wrap up here, and then we'll get you back to the studios. But we do have 2 more games coming, a doubleheader on tap. The first games both go to Clay Center Tiger Baseball, winning 10-0. Let's give you a look at what the Lady Tigers did on the softball field. Clara Edwards, talk about Rosenau and his performance on the hill. How about inside the circle for Edwards? She now has 69 strikeouts on the year, 9 coming in this game. She also homered for Clay Center to start the scoring at the plate, and then they got 4 runs in that 4th inning. It was scoreless through 3. It was Edwards again with the long ball to get things going, and then Haley Franson with 2 outs singled. Gracie Fief reached on a tough play at shortstop, likely would be called a throwing error, and that would put runners at second and third, and then Lexi Leiby, Franson actually came around to score. She had stole second on that throwing error. She was able to come around and score. It was 2-0, and then Fief and Lexi Leiby on base. Leiby doubled after fouling off 9 or 10 pitches, a great at-bat, and that allowed her to put runners at second and third, and J.C. Shirley lined one right back up the middle to knock in 2 runs. So good stuff for the Lady Tigers. They went at 4-0. They are now 9-0 on the year, so both these programs doing some big-time stuff here in 2019. Stay with us. We'll take you back to the studios. We're in between games now. We'll give you a look at weather. We'll have a couple of programs for you, and then when we're ready to go, we'll bring you back to either Campbell Field with baseball or here with Lady Tiger softball. Both teams winning. Tiger baseball wins at 10-0. Lady Tigers with the win 4-0. We'll send you right now back to the studios.